think that's working. Technically, that's working. I can hear that. You can hear that. We can see that. There's no double up on audio. We're live everywhere. I can't see all of chats, but I can see some of chats. Let me just move this out of the way so I can put this over here. I can see everything on my end. We're live over there. Thank you, those who are joining on TikTok. I'm exhausted, so just bear with me. It won't be the best driving tonight. But we are 100% in practice mode for tomorrow night. Got to remember, we've moved the camera up here, so you are going to see overlays tonight. You can see a bit of a test stuff that we've got at the moment. So hi, all those people in TikTok at the moment. YouTube has connected to one of the streams. Let me just confirm that the other, the vertical stream over there is going. Okay, so that is up. That is cool. That is working. Don't forget, Locked On Lads on Twitch and YouTube is the other versions of the feeds. They're the horizontal ones, so they go a bit more to be seen there. But they are both live. Chats are both connected. Twitch is live and it is connected to my chat. And there we go. Let's do some things. So for those who don't know, I'm Peter Wilkinson, part of a group called Locked On Lads, and we race a bit. We do a lot of other things. I've had a huge weekend, concerts, Jelly Roll and Cap Carter, but here we are practicing. Tomorrow night is a league race we've got in these cars. So I'll just quickly show you the actual car itself. This is not working currently. So I'll turn that on. These are the Skip Barber car. You can see them pretty well just there. Let's go into chase mode. They're an open wheeler entry level car. Little wing on the front, little wing on the back, and they go hard. They used to be pretty much a staple of the old iRacing progression in open wheelers, but they're not so much anymore. But that's what we're racing tomorrow night. So I'm in a test server at Sonoma. For those who are looking at it and can see it, let me get my gloves on so I look like I know what I'm doing. Sonoma is a track that I've done a fair bit of. You do a lot of it in you're up when you're coming up through the ranks in iRacing, so it's pretty much a staple. Thank you for joining, all the people, and thank you for joining from my posts and enjoying my posts, which is good. Benny Davis and Billy Douglas over on YouTube. Sorry, thank you and hi. But yeah, this is going to be a bit of a fun night. I'm pretty exhausted. It's only going to be a short one. I'll be off by 8 p.m. Queensland time, which is about an hour and a bit, just under an hour away. But Sonoma is a pretty fast-flowing track. There's a cool rally track here. Oh, my son has been on this at some stage because I'm in automatic, which is not cool. So let me fix that. I can never remember where it is now. Driving aids, anti-stalk up, auto speed limit, auto engine start, auto wipers. They've moved it all around. Where does he keep on finding it? We should stop doing this. No, he's not. So what's happening here? I know. That was weird. Share the live to encourage more viewers to share. Thank you, Levi. That is definitely something you need to do, but the gear shifting on this car feels weird at the moment. If you can share, you can like and comment, all that kind of stuff. It'd be definitely appreciated. We are trying to grow the channel as best we can. Only fresh back into this, but as I was saying, Sonoma's a really fast, flowy track. There's a lot of blind corners in this thing. I haven't done it in a while. It's the rally track, though, as well. You do go way wide there on the rally track and go over a jump, but we're going back inland here at the moment. Oh, that's what it is. So there's a clutch in this car, but you've got a lift to lift. So it's an electric clutch. I don't know how. No, it's not electric clutch. I'm tired and I'm saying words that I don't really mean. And this is actually a layout I'm not really familiar with. He does that. Ira over at Aussie Car, which is the league that we do, is he does some weird, 100% weird layout versions. And that's what this is. I like this section though. This is part I know. It gets really fast, but you're on the limit most of the way, especially in this car, which, as you can see, the tail end wants to get out all the time. It's a if you're not driving this car sideways, you're not driving it quick. Where we're in the V8 supercar the other night, it was if you're at Belle Isle, if you're not hitting the wall there, you're not driving fast. Hello, Dave Baldock. Commiserations on Thursday night. I didn't see where you finished up, but I hear John Van Ray beat you, which is never a good thing. Hey, Dave, there is a video clip coming out at some stage. I think it's in the next 2 days, where in the actual stream, I give him a touch in the rear just before he does spin, about 2 laps before he spins, and I actually verbally turn around and say, that's the first touch of the morning, John, be prepared, or whatever I said. And yeah, it was 3 quarters later, he decided to self-spin, and that was the end of him, which was great. I don't know what happened in those last few laps. I just didn't feel fast at all, but I got very lucky towards the end, which is always good. Officer, welcome along, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream the other night. Enjoyed it enough to come back. I'm driving a Formula Skip Barber. This is the race where I'm preparing for tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, I actually thought we were at Okayama, but we're not. That was the race I missed. We're at Sonoma. But this is a Formula Skip Barber car. And it's a entry. It's a bit above an entry level. Oh, that's way too late. I'm going to go deep here. Open wheeler class for these. It used to be what you had to do to get through your open wheeler license, but they brought in Formula Ford. So it's a similar power to the Formula Ford car, but it's the big difference is this has a front wing and a rear wing, where the Formula Ford doesn't. So it's a very underpowered, momentum-driven open wheeler car that a lot of people, especially over in America, that's what they started on. There's a full skip barber school at Lime Rock. Well, that's where it used to be anyway. And it's weird because it's such a iconic car for iRacing, but they just don't promote it, and it's not really a big thing anymore. Used to be massive for iRacing, but they brought out the Formula Ford and the other one. But yeah, they pushed them and the F4 and stuff like that way harder. So this one's gone by the wayside. But one of the league's officials that you go through is still the Skip Barber training school series, but they don't. It's not the Skip Barber anymore, which is bizarre. But that's what it is. Thank you, Luke. I was very drove within myself. Is a big part of it. I could have tried to burn those tyres out. I knew there'd be people making mistakes, and that was the main thing. So we got away with it. We got away with a 5th. And we're 5th in the championship, which is really good. But I'm away this Thursday, so no racing for me this Thursday in Vets. It'll be my 2nd drop round, so my 15th at Algarve will still count as a result, unfortunately. So that's going to hurt me come the end of the season, but we'll do what we can to keep it going. Thank you all those who are following over on TikTok. You guys are legends. Don't forget, if you can share, all that kind of stuff is really handy. Get in and have a chat. My TikTok is now appearing on the collated chat program that I've got, so I should see it a lot easier over there now. It was gold, Dave. It was one of those funny moments that you couldn't predict. You could not make it happen. And, I can't wait to. It's in the schedule of stuff that I'm releasing this week from that race, and there's a few more that I'll get in there. But look, I hate to say it, but he actually did drive really well, and I felt half bad that he got all the way up there and then spun, and I knew he'd never get out of that spot that he was in at that time of the race, and everything was all over, which is terrible. You don't wish that on anyone, but John Van Ray, I knew, would take it like a man. It was a crazy end of that race, though. Absolutely chaotic. That Peter Morris incident, John Van Ray didn't show up very well on the broadcast. Like, he got pushed into that wall and he just clipped that little bit, which is what spun him over the line. It was quite hilarious. I watched it on replay at the end, just because I was trying to watch mine, and then I saw his one start. Oh, here we go. We're not pushing this car very fast. I'm just trying to learn the track again. It's not the simple layout that I was hoping for. It is a very... I hated this track, and I was scared of it for a very long time. You actually do this in reverse in the this section of it, in the rally. That's why I didn't remember it too well. So I'm going to catch up with Luke's here. We certainly had a hard race. My tyres were stuffed. Not looking forward to Sandown. So I was really looking forward to Sandown, but my daughter's got a horse presentation that night, so I can't get out of it, unfortunately. So it's the one race that I'm really looking forward to because of the wetness and the fact that I do like a good Sandown race. And I wanted to see the carnage and profit from it, but it is what it is. So I'll be starting Thruxton prep basically after this race tomorrow night. So you'll start seeing me doing laps of Thruxton from here on out. I'm just not doing any Sandown laps because it's just not profitable for me in the grand scheme of things, even though I love that track. I thank Caltech. Thank you very much. I do my best. I'm exhausted, for those who don't know. I've been at 2 concerts in 2 nights at Brisbane, and I don't live in Brisbane, so we went back and forth between it. So 1:15 a.m. I got back, but I did spend most of the day just watching supercars and F1 catch-ups, so hasn't been too bad a day today. So what a interesting Gold Coast weekend it was for the supercars. Crazy. I'm not very quick around here yet. I'd love to see what a good time is, but these cars are good because they're all momentum. Oh, is that a Roy Clark? Are the rumours true? Shervo Jones will be the new podcast partner. No one has come to me at all, Roy. I put that SOS out today and no messages, no nothing. So I can't do it on my own anymore because I don't think that's very good content. I think that's where this short form video stuff works better, which is what I've started to do. And the actual podcast, I think, needs to be more serious, but no one has jumped out of the woodwork yet. I do have someone that I was talking to a while ago, but I said we need probably 5 or 6 to make it worthwhile because there will be periods where I just won't be able to do it. Man, I haven't driven this car for a month because I missed the last race because of that Bathurst 1000. And I'm trying to relearn this car again. This is what I started. This was my very first private league that I raced in, was with the Skip Barbers in Aussie cars. So back to where it all began, back where all the Locked On Lads racing team got together in the first place originally. So it's a really fun car to drive. If you do get into iRacing, crack it open and have a go. Anyone seen Project Motor Racing? There's rumours that might be coming with V8s at some stage too. So I'm trying to find out more about that at the moment. It's out next month, but yeah, the rumours are there's a V8 pack that they're announced, the DLC pack for next year that I'm trying to find out more information about because that's all they've told. It's just a V8 power pack. Be interesting to see what that is. A lot of good overtaking opportunities here on this track, but the problem with this league that I'm racing in, it's friggin' competitive. Just to get a top 15, I'd be beating some of the best drivers in the world in these cars. So we're aiming for a top 20. We are not too bad in the under. Oh, they do a road to 2K. So anyone who's under 2,000 iRating are in their own sort of league, and I'm doing okay in that considering I've had a week off. So yeah, can we see the sim rig? It's not on the camera at the moment. I'm doing a video this week. I'm trying to get some time off work to be able to actually create the sim rig video, but it'll be out this week, 100% sure. Over there on TikTok, people, I'll do a full breakdown of it and post that up. So I've just got to get the time really to put it together. So it is a SimiQ Pro 2 with a GT3 style SimCore wheel from Racecraft frame, triple monitors with a fourth monitor for data at the top, Helsingfeld Spritz pedals with the pretty cool blue painted pedals. They look awesome. I've got a Stream Deck here, and I've got a few other bits and pieces that just make it a little bit easier for me to stream stuff, like the Go XLR, the webcam and stuff like that. But yeah, the main rig itself, that's what's in it. Weird Bar are able to confirm he's your man. Well, there you go. Yeah, Luke, you too, mate. Thank you very much. I'll yeah, the next one, Thruxton, will be interesting. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's the one next time I'm in. So yeah, it'll be good. But yeah, thanks for hopping around. We've got race tomorrow night in this car at this track. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'm sneakily jumping in and getting purple sectors every now and then, so without concentrating. So we'll see how we go. Oh, this is the corner I'm not getting the best at the moment. I've got to get a tear off. This is really hard to see out of this helmet now. How's the overlay look over there on TikTok? I've got it all set up now. Somehow I think it's all working, so let me know how it's going. And I've got my White Line Racing shirt on from the Masters series that I picked up at Bathurst. They're really cool guys. So Joel Heinrich, if you ever see this, shout out to him. So I splashed out and got a webcam called Insta 360, INSTA 360. It's an AI powered webcam, so it's got a lot of functions for tracking and stuff like that. I don't use that. The main thing is it's got a really, really good microphone. So all the different microphone options I had were picking up way too much of my breathing, or they were picking up too much of the clicking, and they just weren't too good. But then I started using the microphone on this, and because of the AI stuff and how it filters stuff, it actually works really well. So I've stuck with that now. It's a more expensive one, but it is 4K and all that kind of stuff, so it's as good as any. But yeah, it's overkill for what I need. But the camera's amazing. The audio is the main thing I use it for, so I don't have to have the mic right up close, because you can see my heart rate. I get fairly heavy breathing at points of time. So if I've got a mic right on my mouth, it can get really. Well, some people like it, but not a lot of people. So I don't like it anyway. I think it sounds tacky. That's just me, though. Okay, I can go hard at that corner. I'm getting there. So to brake harder for this one. It's really about keeping the momentum up on this car. It's because obviously it doesn't have a powerful engine like the V8s. So it's once it slows, it takes a lot to get back up to speed again. Oh, there we go. That was a purple there too. And they're really good for drafting these cars. Like you make some really close racing. You can get your big long trains of cars. Yeah, and the fast guys, when they do it, holy. There we go. There's the tear off. They just look beautiful to drive. Whoa, we're wide. I'm watching chat. I'm just keeping an eye on TikTok, making sure everyone's having fun over there. I don't see any chats there, but let me know if the overlays look better. We had a pretty plain version just recently. So I've worked out how to get the YouTube stream over to you guys, which is way better. Yeah, Hopster, I've got a couple. So I've got one on this rig and I've got one on the main computer behind me, which I do stream from, but I haven't done any other games. So I've got to get to Battlefield 6 and play that soon. So we might do that on stream. It'll be where I do iRacing Arcade when that finally releases. And stuff like that. Works really well. It's got a lot of features that I'll just never, ever, ever use. That's the only problem. Like, it's really good, but yeah, it's a lot of money too. I've got to get that corner I just went through poorly right, because that's going to be a really vital for overtaking. And we just keep on going wide there too. So I'm going to slow down just a little more. Hey, Upper, welcome along, mate. Miss you, buddy. Hope all's well. How's the overlay look? You're going to tell me. You'll be one that tells me straight up if the overlay looks okay on TikTok now. I've got the new camera. I'm up here now. So you don't have to look at up at my chin. And we've got the standings and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Would you hope? That's what I always get worried about. Like, there's a few things. So I really want to play Jurassic World Evolution 3, and I want to stream some of that as a bit of a chilled just question stream, because I love management games. But the boys with Locked On Lads, they're all, well, not all, but they're starting to get right into Battlefield 6, so I'm terrible at it, but I am happy to stream some of that kind of stuff, because we started with the Division 2, so well, that's the content we started with. But I don't want to piss off everyone who's coming for racing. But I think most people might be just here for me, technically. But we'll see. But I can try some of that eventually. Everything is good. That is the main thing. Yeah, look, I'm just exhausted, Upper. Really exhausted. It's been an amazing weekend. 2 concerts in Brisbane this weekend. And, yeah, it really took it out of me. So I'll be bed early tonight, so I'll do this stream for just a little bit. Hey, that's a purple sector. And then I'll be hopping into bed because I've got to start work at 4:30 in the morning again as well. This is the corner I've got to get right. I think I've got to turn harder in that and maybe later. But that was okay, wasn't it? Whoa! Yeah, we went and saw Jelly Roll on Friday night, and then Cap Carter at the Triffid in Brisbane on Saturday night. It was awesome. Awesome stuff. But yeah, got in at 1:30 this morning from the Cap one, and then, yeah, lazed around watching supercars all day. And I watched the qualifying for Mexico in a highlights package. And I'll have the Mexico Grand Prix at work up, and I'll watch that while I'm working tomorrow, which will be cool. It's just little lifts you've got to do. This car handles really well and responds really well to just a little lift every now and then. It's not something you really need to worry about trail braking with too much. It's all about just raising that foot off the throttle just a little bit and turning in, because that wing makes such a difference. I think we've got a pretty good time here. Yeah, I should be up. Tell me if I'm not. I'm getting Popsters over there on YouTube. He's talking to me. So, yes, I've got both horizontal and vertical feed up over there. And from now on, the TikTok feed is just the replica of the horizontal YouTube stream. So it's, like I said, got a little bit more content on there for everyone. So, but this is 100% just a practice night. There's no one going to be in the server with me. It's just me looping tracks, answering your questions, having a chat to people, and just having a bit of fun. But yeah, this is the race tomorrow night. So it's Queensland time, 6 o'clock practice. It's an early one for a 7 o'clock kickoff. There'll be, I think they're 1 lap qualifying these days, and it's a 2-race setup. So they're 2 20-minute races, I think they are, or something along those lines. It's not a small race, but these guys are really good. It's usually about a 25 strong field in the Aussie car. They broadcast it on SimSpeed, and yeah, it's a good little fun series, but very, very, very fast people. So yeah, no problems, Upper. That's good. This I can't pronounce that because my Levoit. It is iRacing. It's PC only, and we're in the Skip Barber at Sonoma. But I was playing at home and didn't also ask that question. I don't need to go back down to that gear. There's a fourth is fine through there. Okay, turn her in, turn her in, turn her in, turn her in. Yeah, so this is, like I said, this is for tomorrow night. So it's just I wanted to test the settings I set up for the TikTok stream. Seems to be working pretty well. So thank you for those over there, and just a little bit of a chance for me to get a chat with everyone before while it's a little bit less serious. So this week, we've got obviously this stream. We're going to have the tomorrow night's race of this. Tuesday night, I'm having family night, so that's with my family. Wednesday night, soccer training. Thursday night is my daughter's presentation, and then Friday, soccer. So I'll try and get on over Saturday or Sunday and do a stream, but then next week there'll be a lot of Thruxton Supercars action as I do a couple of the officials. I'm going to try Friday during the day and get on and do the official in America, the American server time slot, and do that. I'll try and do either Saturday or Sunday at Thruxton in the official, and I'll try and do Monday night, and then followed into a couple nights off before we race on Thursday in the Supercars Vet Series. I'll be back at it that Thursday week. So that's what the next 2 weeks sort of looks like for me right now. Whoa, on TikTok, I thought you was in the Mustang, but can see Open Wheeler on YouTube. Oh, because of... Okay. No, they should be it's a mirror image of the stream. The only difference is the follow goal thing on TikTok. That's weird. What motorsports is this based off? So this is iRacing is all of them. I've just cracked the wall there. I haven't got Jim telling me how we'll go for fuel and stuff like that, so I'll probably run out of fuel soon, and we'll have to get another car. But so they have rally. Where is my fuel? I've got plenty left. They've got everything. So there's a rally class. You can go through a full license from rookie through to A class in rallies, and then they have world championships on that. You can do full oval series, so NASCAR or IndyCar. You can do all that kind of stuff on there. You can do what they call, I guess, rooftop-based racing, where it's GT3s, supercars, prototypes, GR86s, everything from low end to high end in there. They start with Mazda MX-5s, and then they've got a full open wheeler category, which heads up to not Formula One, but they are based on scared old Formula One cars, because they don't have the license to Formula One. But you basically, this is one of the start of like Formula Ford and stuff like that. You come up through the ranks in that, and yeah, it's all based on online, but they do a little bit of AI stuff in there if you want to as well. Same developers just brought out NASCAR 25, and it's really cool. So yeah, and they've got some other stuff in the works. Yes, tomorrow night is Open Wheeler Upper. It's the once a fortnight series that I'm doing for the moment, because this is where we started Locked On Loads Racing from, this series, and they're doing one more broadcast series, Aussie car, After that, none of them will be broadcast anymore. So a few of us have come back. There'll be 3 of us or 4 of us in chat tomorrow night from Locked On. And we'll all race together and have a bit of fun. We'll be at the back of the pack. But yeah, some of the guys up the front of the field are some of the fastest in the world, especially at these cars. And momentum-based open wheelers. There's some really strong talent in this series. So do not expect me to get anywhere near the front in this series, especially driving like this. Holy hell! But yeah, that's tomorrow night, and then I think it's round 3. No, it'd be round 4. So then there's 2 more rounds to go after that. We've got 3 rounds to go, including tomorrow night's one. And then the season's over, and I won't be doing that one for a while anymore. Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, Lev, it's a subscription-based program, game, sim, and yeah, you get a base package of cars and tracks, which can get you through all those different categories, and then from there you buy the cars you want as you go up, and the tracks you want as you go up through the thing. And but yeah, it's always a subscription. You pay it's $15 Australian a month, which you can get different discounts on that depending on how much you want to pay at a time. Well, that's my fastest through that sector. That's cool. But yeah, it's really good, and I've met a lot of really cool people in this sim. So yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. Technically, I am a variety streamer, so you may see something completely different. But we've only been doing iRacing for a while now. YouTube's about 3 seconds behind. That is interesting. Because they're both coming off. One's coming from OBS and one's coming from TikTok Live Studio. But you said the YouTube's behind because OBS has to spit the TikTok feed or the YouTube feed to TikTok, then TikTok puts it up, where OBS, well, there might be a built-in 5-second delay on OBS, and that might just be where it is. But that is weird because OBS has to spit this feed to TikTok. TikTok then has to put it up, where YouTube is just getting it straight from OBS. So it should be the other way around, but apologies. I'm getting to purples here without even concentrating. Well, that's a good gear change. I like that. I believe you convinced me to buy the V8 supercars. Of course I did, Hopster. I should get commission off this somehow, iRacing, if you're out there. Pay for my jig shifter and I'll be happy. That's all I really want. They're such a fun car, but they are I honestly think they are probably the hardest car to drive in iRacing itself. So it's and I was scared of them forever. Like it took a very long time to be confident enough to actually race them around other people. It was a long time where I just couldn't do it. Oh, look how fast we're taking that corner now. I was going to do Suzuka 6-hour practice tonight, but I thought I want to take this tomorrow night's race a little bit more seriously for you guys. So that's where we are tonight. Oh, we grabbed the wall. But yeah, you'll see some Suzuka 6-hour practice pop up at some stage, especially if I do some daytime streams. That's the fastest lap of the night. I really don't know what times to expect from people. I haven't looked at anything like that yet. So, oh, we held it. They do enforce a compulsory pit stop where you have to change tyres in this league as well. You've got to change front 2 tyres at some stage during the race. So you either do it first lap or last lap because like all cars, but especially these cars, cold tyres are death. So it's a really big game changer when you jump on. You don't want to jump in the middle of the race on cold tyres. So you do it early or late. But yeah, there's some really, really fast guys in it. But yeah, that's where we started. We talked about this league when we race this every week on the podcast, and it was really good. Really good series. So it's a lot of where I am now is attributed to this. And I did a mental health episode with the guy who runs it, Ira Felberg. He's got a podcast and he interviewed me with some of my mental health stuff. And Hills Bloke, he's called on all the different socials. So that was a really cool thing. So a lot of stuff's come from this. It's a series where I won a voucher to go race the Formula Fords around at Melbourne's Eastern Creek, Sydney Motorsport Park, through a charity that Chaz Mostert put on for a race series that Ira did. That was really cool. Met up with one of my Locked On Lads mates that I've been training contact with for years, almost over a decade, I'd say. The race, because he was the other person to win the voucher as well, so we went there and did it together. That was a really cool memory. Well, that was a great last sector. Let's keep this stuff going. I feel way more confident for tomorrow night. This is the corner that is getting me. Well, that's not too bad there. I think it's a third gear corner, though. I'm in fourth now. Yeah, we lost a lot of time coming down there because of the gear change. But like I said, if I can get it sideways around here a little bit better, we can keep that momentum up, stay on track there, and we get some good momentum, and you pick up so much pace at the bottom of the hill here. So yeah, it's a lot of it's a very oversteery car. So once you get it oversteering really well, it goes quick. I've just started iRacing. How do I get your license? How do you get your license to race? So you'll have a license, Steve, for the rookie. Your license is rookie. You need to do the minimum amount of hours or races. I think it is. It's a number of race hours or races. I'm pretty sure it's actual races. So I think it's 3 in a license category. So that's let's say rally, or what I'm in, the open wheelers. So you got to do, let's say, 3 open wheeler races, and you have to have a safety rating, which is your SR has to get to above 4.0, and that's how you get to D class license, and that's at the end of the season. So the season goes for 12 weeks. Although I think there's an automatic promotion if you get over 4.0. I think you've just got to have it above 3.0 at the end of the season to get promoted to the next license. If you get over 4.0, it automatically puts you up there. And that's for open wheelers, tin tops, NASCAR, rally, whatever else I've missed. So yeah, you can do it, but take your time, just be safe. So you want to do races, and you don't want to, you lose your incident points from spinning, from hitting other cars and leaving the track. So that's what you got to do. But Steve, if you want any tips or anything like any info, just message me if you want. Feel free to ask me anything, or catch me on the streams, and I can tell you. The more people we get through, the better. There's some good stuff out there. Should have went V8s. Mate, I'd love to. I just want to. My end goal from all of this stuff is, and my business and everything else, that my end goal is to at some stage get me and my son a go-kart, and we sit there and we race in real life. I'd be super happy if we got to that. So whether it's my business getting it to a point where it's actually affordable enough to sponsor Locked On Lads enough to purchase some go-karts so we can race together, or we start making content, because I'd not. Oh, here we go. We had a few. I would stream it, but I'd definitely videotape it and make videos for you all. That'd be awesome content, I reckon. Okay, so pit lane there. We're completely out of fuel. Yeah, look, and it's a lot of money. That's why I haven't done it yet. But that's the end goal, so we can actually do some actual real life racing. Like the Formula Ford experience I did was awesome. I probably should put some of that video up at some stage. We paid for the GoPro. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff out there. It's one of our old podcast episodes too. Me and Cal talk about it. I'm going to get a new car quickly, as in not. And this is the car here, by the way. So let's go back a lap and let's have a look at it in action. Yeah, so look, one day there's a 18-month plan for me to get the business into a place where it's in a good place. But between now and then, we just build the content up. Oh, okay. The Civic hatches, nice. That would be a pretty cool thing to do. I'm not mechanically minded though, Hopster, so it's not something I could do. The other thing that I want to do, Upper, is and Hopster, is we did the Shipbox Rally, 2024, and getting a proper car to be able to do that in every year or every second year, and just maintain that and keep that going. That's another goal we've got to get to. It's a $1,500 car. But it's the sponsorship for each single race that you, not race, but each rally you go into. We got one guy now, Locked On Lads, who's doing his third one next year with the same car. So he's pretty excited about that. We did some content of that when we went through in 2024. It was awesome stuff. It was such a good experience. So it's not racing as such, but it is something that would get me there. So yeah, there's some cool stuff in the works. We just got to, as with everything, get money. So, in Coombe, nice. Yeah, we did such a good experience. We did Melbourne to Alice Springs, and in a old Mitsubishi Scorpion that, and we got the trophy. It's put away at the moment, but we got the trophy for the least likely to make it, but did. We had a hole in our fuel tank by day 3, and we leaked fuel every day, and we had to plug it with Minties, and we had to plug it with I can't remember the stuff, but it's like the metal, the blue tack that turns into a metal when you seal it. We did everything just to get this thing across the line, including we're going about 160 down the main highway into Alice, just trying to burn the fuel rather than drop it onto the ground. So we went through a stupid amount of fuel on that last day because we just gave up. It just had to be done getting there. It was so good. Yeah, we saw so many cool places, in Australia through that. Grogan Station was really cool. We saw Hay. We had a massive storm roll into Hay just before we got there, which ended up diverting us for the next day. We had to go right up into not I can't remember what's called, but we did a 9-hour drive. It wasn't supposed to be that long, and it was one of the most dangerous things we've ever done. It was crazy. We had no visibility because it was no wind to move to dust. Anyway, it's a long story. I'll get into again one day, or it's there on the podcast if I resurrect some clips from that at some stage or something like that. So yeah, it's a cool experience. You meet some really cool people, and you do some really cool, amazing places, and the communities we went to were so appreciative of 500 people rolling into town and just spending money at the bar and the food and all that kind of stuff, and it was so good. So it's such great places. We are at 8 o'clock, so that was a full fuel tank. Tank of fuel I just did. We're looking at a 149.5. 148.5 is optimal, so I could get it right down there. I won't do too much more streams, so we've only got the 5 followers on TikTok. So that's 6 on TikTok tonight, which is pretty cool still, considering I'm putting in 0 effort. But yeah, so we'll see how we go. Like I said, tomorrow night's the big one. This is just a bit of a rollout, make sure that everything's working, ready to go. This is a pretty important corner I need to start getting right. Oh, and I've got to get these gear changes right in this car. I'm not, yeah. All the cars handle and act so differently. It's still an okay start to the lap. Let's go see if we can put a quality lap in. Oh, I stuffed it. I pushed that once. Once we went, I wasn't letting it go. Let's practice the quality lap, see if I can do it, and then we might start and call it. My wife's watching the block tonight, so I'm not interested in that at all. So I'm on here, but like I said, 4:30 start in the morning. I'll need to get some sleep soon. I'm seeing everyone popping over on TikTok, so thank you to everyone who is popping in there, and any of the followers that are in there as well. Legends, thank you for hanging around and coming back. Wondering if... Yeah, so... what we do is what we do, as in the sim, is called blipping. So I don't know if that is the rev matching that you're talking about. So it's, if you've got all the data up on the screen there, you can see as I'm doing a upshift in this, I'm just lifting the revs a little bit, lifting the throttle, not 100%. Oh, there we go. I'm pushing too hard, and we wrecked the car. So finishes first. No problems. Up. Have a good one, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. But yeah, I'll have a good Monday as well. And you too. Get some rest. I'm off in a sec anyway, so all good. So yeah, you can see as I'm changing gears, I'm lifting the throttle ever so slightly, because she won't go up. You see me clicking it there while the revs are down. But the supercar, it's not something that I've done because I'm not at, like, I'm just still learning how to not spin the car around on tracks. But on a downshift, you put some revs between 10 to 15% throttle as you change gears, which then raises the revs on the car to make the downshift smoother. Because obviously you've got the wheels are spinning, you want them to be spinning about the same speed when they come back together. So rather than having one completely stop because there's no throttle coming in and the other one's still spinning and they hit, and that locks the tyres up. So in the supercar in particular, you put just that little bit of revs in there. You don't want to be too much because then one's spinning too much when it changes back and still causes an issue. But yeah, it's a matter of getting the wheels to sort of spin around the same speed when they hit together, so it's smooth. Only on the downshifting. So on the upshift at this stage with the Gen 2, I think it was more of a problem, and it was something we had to do in that. But in the Gen 3s, it seems to be more a electric based clutch going up. Well, that's what it seems like. I'm not 100% sure on the stuff behind it, but does that make sense? I've just cracked the wall, not hard, but enough to not be watching chat on the straight and still hit the wall. It's not the first time I've done that though. I'm just going to try and put one quali lap in before we get off and just see if I can do a 148. I don't need to go down that gear. That's going to slow me down. I'm getting bad. Oh, we're in first gear here. So this lap's been ruined. Let's just go around for a second lap. Nah, I want to practice on cold tyres. Yeah, blipping. Yeah, blipping is 100%. Used to do it in Gen 2's way up, way down. But in Gen 3's, it's only the way down. And it's vital. Like if you, in the V8s, you'll see people locking up going in the heavy braking zones because you have to use the engine braking to bring the supercar to a stop more efficiently. The brakes just don't handle it on its own. So the engine braking is important, but if you go down the gears too quickly, yeah, you definitely lock up tyres and just, it kicks the whole rear end and doesn't end well for the driver. Yes, it's weird because once we jump in the GT3 Mercedes for Suzuka practice, they've got an electronic clutch, so you don't need to blip at all. And most cars out there in iRacing, all the high-end ones have gone to that method these days anyway. So, like the supercars themselves, they wanted to make it. That Gen 3 was all about making it as skill-based as they could, I guess, is the terminology for it. So you still have to do everything manually, where a lot of the race cars in the world are designed for anyone to be able to jump in and do it without killing themselves. So that's the difference with the supercar, Gen 3 in particular. Okay, I'm learning a lot with this car right now. Under cold tyres, there's a few corners that it's just you've got to be more careful on. So, hey, welcome along, mate. Been a while. Although I saw you a couple of weeks ago, I think, or a week ago. I can't remember. Missed you, buddy. I'm not on for very long, though, mate. I hope you're having a great time, mate. Now I'm trying to push this car. I've been just chilling all night, just having a lazy Sunday driving this thing, just getting used to the car and the track again. Now I'm keen to actually go faster, and I'm pushing the limit too far. Like, it's a completely different car on cold and warm tyres. When you get this car, usually, for me anyway, it feels comfortable about lap 2 of a track, maybe lap 3. It's the funnest car to drive because it just grips to the road. It just... but cold tyres, there's no grip. It's just none. Oh, let's see if I can go around this way. Yes, there was a lot of design choices in the supercar. Like the big thing, they were going to go to paddle. It was going to be a full electric clutch and electric gearbox where you just use the paddle system to change gears. But there was a massive controversy to make sure it still had the stick shift, the sequential. And the sequential is just a button, but it's in the shape of a sequential instead of a paddle. It's the only reason it's still there, but it provides that you have to take your hand off the wheel to change gears, which is a completely different skill to learn, and something not very, very few series promote that anymore. So it's a really hard one, and it's making some really cool drivers, which is awesome. Yeah, look, I understand that 100%, mate. Yeah, I love Bathurst, mate. It was so good, so good. So, thanks, mate. It's getting better, I think. I hope, anyway, or I'm getting better at dealing with it all. So, but yeah, look, I hope things settle down for you eventually. I hope things settle down for everyone. That'd be awesome if we could just get some less chaos in the world. Jesus. Oh, that's a no. We're in. Didn't take that very well. Definitely could have been better there. A lot of throttle management through that corner. And then some heavy braking here. That's a good exit. We lost a little time going in. But it's not as quick as we've been. I think this car's best when it's low fuel and the tyres are really worn in anyway. So that's when usually people do their best laps because the tyres just don't wear in this car. We did an Enduro one time. I think it was a 6-hour team-based Enduro or something stupid in this car. And the tyres were at like 98% wear at the end of the 6 hours. It was bizarre. It's how good these tyres handle holding together. It's crazy. It's actually a big deterrent to racing this car because there's no tyre. It's just loosened. Once the tyres are in, they're in. That's a wobbly few corners there. Gotta try and get as wide as I can here, and then just settle it in. Oh, yeah, it's full pelt when the tyres are warm, but it's not in quality. That's what I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for. Anyway, let's put this on here. It is a short stream tonight, everyone, and no racing. It's just practice and chatting. So let me just put this couple laps back where I was actually quick, and put that on. And get rid of that, and I'm just going to quickly have a chat before we go off. I have the sequential. I use it for rally, so I was able to get a feel for it. Yeah, look, the handbrake, if you're rallying, is super important, and the sequential in that is would be cool fun. I used Next Level Racing Sim. I went to their warehouse for a Beyond Blue event um, back in 2024, I believe, as well. And they had the full rally set up, the motion based sim rig and the sequential and the handbrake there. It was so much fun. It was so good. I loved rally racing on that thing. It was such a fun time. We got an open cockpit session coming up. So yeah, look, we got tomorrow night's race, 6 p.m. So 7 p.m. your time, mate. 6 p.m. Queensland time is practice. 7 p.m., 8 p.m. So 7 p.m. Queensland, 8 p.m. New South Wales is race, and it sees Skip Barber's around Sonoma and the Aussie Car Series. We're back at it for the round 4 of that 6-round series. So the World Tour, and we're having a bit of a crack at that. So then we're back in the supercar at Thruxton for the next 2 weeks, getting ready for the next round of V8 Vets, which will be cool. Do V8, Chase? I would love to, but I'm had no sleep all weekend, so I need to work at 4:30 in the morning. So this is the once every fortnight series that I do with my mates. This is where we started. Locked On Lads Racing out of this particular series. So we've come back all together because we haven't been really racing together very much lately. So we've all had too much going on in our lives. So this is our once a fortnight time to really get together. And this is the only time I've actually practiced for this series at all. But Jace, I'll be in supercars for the rest of the week when I can get on. So was with Red Bull at Detroit. I've seen Abel was harshly penalised for his lockup. I never saw the actual lockup, the incident. So I knew about was watching the broadcast today. Yeah, 12-point penalty. I was hoping he was actually going to drop down to 5th and I was going to get promoted to 4th. That would have been awesome, but didn't work that way. So yeah, I did not look at the actual incident at all. So it is what it is. But he's quick. He's quick. I would really love to find that extra 4/10 um, to be as quick as him, Stevie, and even Marty. I'm honestly not quite there yet. I just need to get more time in the seat, and I think I can be there. I'd love to actually give him a run for his money one race before the season's out and he gets promoted. So I'm sitting 5th in the championship, so that's another thing. We're only about um, 18 points off top 3, I think, or something like that. 20 points off top 3, so we're still well in the hunt for the podium for the championship. So that's going to be really cool, and I can't wait for that. But I'm off this week from bets, so you won't see me do that, unfortunately, Multi Ninja. So yeah, the Sandown Rain one would be the one that I was really looking forward to be able to get some points out of, and I'm better in the wet than I am in the dry, so I was looking forward to that. But unfortunately, I can't make it this Thursday, so that'll be my second drop round. So I'll go down the standings until the end of the season, and hopefully still hold on to that top 5 spot. And we'll see what happens with the promotion to split 3 next season. Took the rear and lost a couple spots. Yeah, thanks, Baldy. I'm feeling the most confident in the rig that I ever have, and I'm enjoying it the most. And that's partly to do with these streams. Having lots of people to chat to and watch and tell me that I'm doing well is really cool. So and it's making me want to do this more, which is why I'm specifically making more time to stream. Like I wouldn't have done this stream tonight if I wasn't enjoying it. I was definitely considering just going to bed because I'm exhausted. I don't know if you can see it in my face, but I'm really, really exhausted. So it's good to be back in there, and it's good to be actually putting some time in the rig again. So yeah, it's good, and I think I'm more positive about that I'm doing well, which is a thing, I guess. So Anyway, sorry, Jace, there's no supercars tonight, but like I said, we'll be back on it very, very soon. Yeah, that's where we are. I'm going to call it there. So, like I said, 6 p.m. Queensland times practice, 7 p.m. Queensland times race. It'll be over by 8 p.m. Queensland time tomorrow. It's only a short two races. Grid carries forward, of results carry forward to grid for second race. And yeah, they're super, super quick guys in this thing. So, yeah, there we go. So the top five are up for consideration to get promoted. If they feel that someone's in the top five and doesn't need to go up, or it won't benefit them to go up, they will not move them up. Look how sideways that car gets. It's so much fun. But if you are in the top five, you are up for consideration. So I have finished fifth in the series before and not been promoted. It just depends how the people that they're bringing down. Because if you're in the bottom five, once of the split three, once again, you are considered to be brought down. Generally, the top three will always go up. And I would like to get a top three before I got promoted. I don't want to, be competitive and really competitive in a series, getting, top tens all the time, and then get promoted to a series, a split where I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I know it'll force me to push on and get better, but I've got some stuff to prove, and I would like to get a couple more wins before I got put. All the people I used to race against before I had the 5 months off are up in split three and doing really well up there at the moment, so I can get there. I know that. So, evening, Zenith. I'm literally about to jump off. I just said the words. I'm shutting it down. I've got to go to bed and get some sleep very, very, very soon. But thank you for the heart, legend. You have no idea how much that kind of stuff means to me because, yeah, we're just trying to get every little bit where we get a little bit closer to every little bit of interaction is means the world at the moment. So, yeah, it's the reason I keep going. So, yeah, Zenith, this is the Skip Barber. We are practicing for tomorrow night's race. It's a 6 p.m. 6 p.m. start for practice, Queensland time. It's a 7 p.m. race, and it'll be all over by 8 p.m. So that's Queensland time. So that's all Queensland time. So that's when the next stream is. I was saying before how Tuesday night's my family night. Wednesday night is soccer training. Thursday night's my daughter's presentation, so no race this week for vets. Friday's soccer itself. I may do a stream after soccer, but it might be something like Battlefield or something like that, but or some Suzuka practice or some Thruxton's practice. We'll see what that is. It won't be major. I'll be pretty sore and sorry after soccer. And then I'll try and get something over the weekend. But oh, you're on Queensland time. That's look. Oh, really? UK? Don't terrible that. I do a few day streams every now and then, which is more the UK nighttime. No, I don't know how that works actually. 10 hours back, so it's more their morning, I guess. Middle of the night, actually. Yeah, no, I don't know. But yeah, no, Queensland time, so for everything. So it'll be a bit of a hit and miss this week, but then next week, or as of Tuesday, I'll be in racing Thruxton as much as I can. So keep an eye out for that. All the videos will go up on YouTube at the end. So if you do miss any of the TikTok streams, go check out the races because I'll try and do a lot of official supercars races over the next 2 weeks while we get ready for round 7 of vets is the next one I'm back for. So yeah, look, I understand that completely, Zenith. 100%. Always got to be doing something. Look, 4 a.m. hopster. Whew. Yeah. Look, look, my life is crazy at the moment. Like I said, I went to 2 concerts over the weekend, which was awesome, but it's exhausted the hell out of me. So, and I've got to start at 4:30 in the morning, so I really do need to get off. So, Yeah, I get that completely. I'm 4:30 up, and last week it was 4:30 a. Sorry, 3:30 a.m. up, 4:30 work, working till 2:30, driving to the school to pick up the kids at 3, bringing them home by 3:30, doing lunches and cleaning up the house for the wife to get home at 4, and then we've got a 4 and 5 to prep dinner and spend time together. We do dinner, and then by 6:30, I'm sort of falling asleep for the next day. So I completely understand. How'd I go with the bell? What's the bell? What's the bell? Oh, Bell Isle. The video's up on YouTube. Go check it out. I need to watch out. It's locked on lads. No, it's yes. I started. I actually put a TikTok out the Saturday morning. So we started 12th in the series in the race. We got up to as high as 5th, and then we made a little mistake and crashed into the wall. Took the front end off the car. It was only a slight hit, but it did damage and slowed the car down. We pitted for a new car and tyres and the rest of the fuel, which was perfect timing. Came out and we were traveling around with the car that ended up coming third, and then he got caught up in a tangle, and we got blocked. The road got blocked in front of us. We couldn't go anywhere. We had to wait for the road to clear, so we lost about 7 or 8 seconds on the field. It was in that important time where we were undercutting, so we ended up getting overcut by a whole heap of cars. I burnt the tyres out really quickly, or not really quickly, they were real hot. And I was skating all over the place, and they got cold under safety cars at the end, so I lost a few positions there. But the last lap, man, we went from, with a lap and a half to go, we went from 9th, which I was going to be happy with, a little bit disappointed with, mostly happy with, to 5th, and we were half a car length away from 4th, which in the end, the guy came first, got a penalty, Multi was talking about before, and knocked him back to 4th. So we would have technically almost got the podium. We missed it by half a car length. And look, it was a very, not boring race, but I was very much by the numbers. It's just do this lap time, do this lap time. We picked up the fastest lap of the race about midway through, so we were going really well, and then we got it knocked off by about 4/10. So that was really cool. I was really happy with the fact that I almost got the fastest lap of the race. That was a big highlight. Yeah, Locked On Lads. In my profile on Twitch, there should be a link to it's got links as Locked On Lads TV, but it's now Locked On Lads. But you should be able to get it through my profile. You can also, if you do Locked On Lads on Twitch, there's a link to our Discord in there too. I can't get it on Facebook, on TikTok yet. I'm trying to get the 1,000 followers, but then I can put a Discord link in my profile. So I've got to get to 1,000 followers, then I can start putting that out there. And it won't let me just put it in chat for some reason. Unless there's a way, tell me, and I can do that, or you can message me and I can get that as well. Yeah, it was. Look, it was really exciting race. It's the full race on YouTube. I am putting out the shorts, the highlights from the race's shorts, and TikToks over the next. I think they're scheduled up to Tuesday, and I'll probably put a few more out to about Thursday. But that's what I'm trying to do. So there's shorts you can watch for the highlights of the race. They're generally in order, but this week hasn't been because there were some really cool ones that I want to get out there straight away. But generally they're in order. That's the highlights package is over the shorts and the TikToks, but then the full race unedited is put up on the YouTube channel for people to go watch. Yeah, Angelo's, yeah, correct. The full video. It's literally the stream. So Axe just put in Twitch, which hasn't helped anyone. But if you can type that into your browser, you can get into Discord. Yeah, so yeah, on Twitch it works fine. It's TikTok that the problem is, Zach. Unfortunately. Yeah, look, I've been trying to get off now for 20 minutes off the stream. Angelo, Brody had a really bad weekend. I wasn't happy with the way he battled with Stanaway at the end. I think he aggressively pushed him off the road. He can make the defense of his wheels spun and pushed him to the left, but it very much looked like he drove him off the road. I was not happy with that at all. I think Brody was pretty upset by the end of the race. He just had no speed. He was out of the finals, and um, yeah, I was not impressed by that part of it. The strategy was there today. It just they don't have the car speed. That car got wrecked real bad, and unfortunately, he just pushed too hard on. And I was thinking about it. This like so many dollars got wasted this weekend in car crashes around that because everyone pushing too hard. And I understand we've got a really good league where everyone has to push hard to be the best, and it's so tight now that every half a tenth matters. But man, there's some cars that got broken this weekend. It's surprising though the V8 there wasn't more damage, but there was some. Yeah, it was weird. Like it was very entertaining race to watch, but it was hard to comprehend how much damage they were doing to those cars. And but they seemed to last most of them. It was weird. I don't know. Yeah, the crash on Friday was what ruined the whole weekend for him. So, or is that where you? Yeah, the race today was where him and Stanaway came together and they were barging and stuff. I missed Friday stuff and I missed Saturday stuff. I only watched highlights, so that's all I got to see was highlights because I've been doing too much stuff. Just find, create that edge. Super competitive. Yeah. So yeah, it's you're gonna go through Porsche Cup for a season and then look into the V8s. Okay. Are we talking? What are we talking? Real life Porsches? Because they're expensive and they lost some dollars this weekend. Holy hell! That massive pile up was crazy. But yeah, a mate of mine does Porsches in iRacing a lot. He loves them. That's what he'll go back to all the time. So um, for those who are just joining now, I am literally hopping off in a second. So thank you for dropping by. Definitely chuck follow on. We've got a big race tomorrow. Not a big race. We've got a fun race tomorrow. So that'll be cool. Yeah, look, and it's a perfect way to start. If you're talking about iRacing, get to the Porsche level. The Porsche and the supercar share a lot in common because it's all power in the rear. And if you can manage your throttle with the Porsche, you should be able to manage your throttle with the supercar. So it's a great way to learn, and it's a great stepping stone or a side step, I guess, is how you do it. Yeah, look, Chaz is in. I really think Chaz is the favourite for the championship right now. I know Brock's got a fast car, but I think Chaz just has the head on his shoulders right now, the experience and the final series is he's come right at the right season, which is in any sport if you that's what you want to do for a final series 100%. So um, I think he's in a really good spot, and he just looked amazing today. And his team, you can see Ryan Walkinshaw and the whole team wants this more than anything else. Like, there's no team out there that I think um, just is switched on like the Walkinshaw Andretti United team is, and I think Chaz is right there. It was a shame Ryan Wood had such a bad weekend, but holy, Chaz is looking strong for this championship. That's where my money would be right now. Yeah, no, it's very, very smart way to do it, Xana, for sure. I need to delete that one over on delete message. That'll do. Um, over on the Twitchies, the old bots are finding me. Anyway, I will have some more Formula One chat tomorrow because I'm going to watch it during work tomorrow morning. So, um, Oscar's looking very shaky, but yeah, the V8 was good. So, like I said, it felt a bit weird. I look, I'd met Robbo that morning, Angelo. So it was the perfect spot. for Chaz to finish up. Chaz is such a cool guy. Like, I went to Gold Coast 14, 13 years ago. It was Chaz's first season with when he did the DJR when he subbed in for them. Um, Even back then, like we met him, had a chat to him. My daughter got signatures and photos. She was only one, and all the way through, like he's worked with this series that we're doing practice for at the moment. He's such a good personality and such a good ambassador for the things. And between Bathurst and here, he went over and raced at Indianapolis for his GT3 team that he owns, and they won that race. He loves racing, and it's really good. But yeah, I think everyone in the shed loved him going off and having a drink with Robbo's crew. So yeah, look, it is what it is. It's good fun. But I need to get off. I've said it 45 times, but I'm going to say it now. So thank you, everyone who did watch tonight. Thank you to everyone who did everything they can to pass this around, to follow, to share, and all that kind of stuff. You are legends, and I'll be back tomorrow night for some more. So thank you, and bye for now. Anytime, Zenith.